ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Awkward Question Time. Please welcome your host, Alex Leem.
Hello, and welcome to Awkward Question Time with me, Alex Leem. And hello to you if you're watching us live. Say hello in the comments so that we know you're there. And welcome back to the show. This is the show where we take a panel of comedians and we ask them a series of increasingly awkward and stupid questions. So if you are watching us live, you can ask us any questions we can put to the panel live, or just say hello. Either way, it's all good. If you are not watching us live and you're watching the replay, still say hello. I'd like to know where and when and at what time you are watching this. But if you are watching the replay, you can join us live Sunday nights at 8:30. So if you're watching us on Twitter or Facebook or YouTube, then please like, retweet, or whatever the YouTube equivalent of that is. I don't know. Although I'm not going to turn down a subscription if you want to do that. I'm about 950 away from earning any money. Talking of which, if you don't want to donate to the show, if you've enjoyed it and you want to contribute, then all donations will be gratefully received and split amongst tonight's panel. So you can donate via paypal.me/Alex Leem, and also via, now, I want to say Ko-fi, or it's possibly coffee. I've heard two different pronunciations of this. It's like a really hipster startup sort of thing. Ko-fi.com/Alex Leem or coffee.com. It's like the Sci-Fi Channel. It's written sci-fi, but it's sci-fi. You know what I mean? Or if you just want to do something a bit quicker than that, you can scan this QR code that is here, and you can instantly donate a £5. Go on, it's just a £5. It's just a £5. So we've got some comments coming up already. We'll take a look at those. A few people joining us in. Oh, it's going to be a good one already. I can tell by the comments that we've got. So let's bring on tonight's panel. Please welcome John Morris, Pippa Hastings, Rosie Francis, and Scott Adams. Hello to you all.
Hello. Good evening.
Hello. So we've got people joining us already live. Stainsy, 2013 on Twitter. Hello. Hello to you. The first time someone said something watching on Twitter. Amazing. Fantastic. Excellent. Wayne Carl Novology's back. Hey Alex, love this time of the week. Should be another good one. If the pre-show chat that we were having is anything to go by, then yes, this is going to be good. Oh my God, I just hope it. Yeah. George Coppin is back saying hello. Hello, George. Roger is back as well. Hello, Roger.
Roger.
Excellent. Cool. So everyone's here, so we will crack on with the first question. And the first question actually was written by John last week, but we didn't have time to put it up on screen, so we're going to put it up now. And it is, what's your favourite strange smell? So, John, as you wrote this, we'll come to you first. What is your favourite strange smell?
When you pop a zit.
Depends where it is, surely.
Okay, all right. I mean, I've survived the teenagers. Still get the odd one now. They've never actually smelt of anything to me, or have I just got onset of COVID?
Yeah, they release like a burst of smell. Like,
how would you describe the smell?
Lightly pungent.
Lightly pungent. That was my wrestling name. That was lightly pungent. Really? So, but surely they smell different in different places of your body. So, if you've been, your face would smell, maybe the top of your legs. If you're sitting on the toilet maybe for half an hour and you pick the zits on your legs. Not me, obviously. My friend Dave had said. Surely there's a different smell in different parts of your body. Surely.
I think it obviously depends on the size as well.
I think this might be saying a lot about John's diet. That your zits smell.
Can you liken it to any other smell? Anything else you've come across in life?
Yeah.
This suddenly feels like a wine tasting.
I'm getting oak. I'm getting summer fields.
Nutmeg.
It's just that thing like when you scratch an itch or something like that. It's just nice to have it out in the open.
Wow.
Okay. So you like the smell of freedom?
Yes. Please.
It smells of Nelson Mandela after 27 years. That's what it smells like. Fantastic.
People, we'll come to you next.
Okay.
We'll come to you next.
My favourite strange smell. Well, I didn't think this was strange until I was sniffing a brand new pencil case, and I was like,
Oh, no, that's good.
that's so good. And then,
Organisation. That's what it smelled of, wasn't it?
yes. And then my boyfriend was looking at me as though I was crazy, which, I mean, he does that quite often, to be honest. And that's when I realised that it was maybe a bit strange. But I'm going, oh, but that smell. And it reminds me of every September when you get new stationery for school.
Yeah, unfortunately, with my organisation, by October, that pencil case was just decimated. They didn't have anything. I had like one rubber and half a pencil.
Yeah.
And that was it. And I have to borrow pens off Kerry Martin in my class.
I've got one here for you.
What have you got in there?
It's quite new.
I've got one somewhere.
A few weeks old.
Does it kind of smell a bit like petrol?
It doesn't smell like anything.
There was
I might sell this on there.
Yeah, there's something a bit off with the WH Smith's you shop type. It smelled of petrol.
Yeah.
I actually have something in hand pretty similar, which I do love the smell of, which is weird. And I've got this out because I know I have a question later. This is one of the drawers. Before the show, you were talking about IKEA-ing, Scott. This is one of the drawers from one of those balsa wood stacker units that you get in IKEA.
Balsa wood's got that nice smell, hasn't it?
That you can, and I occasionally find myself huffing a waft of this because I like it so much. So
I'm huff. Huff. Shall we huff that?
I'll huff that while Scott, you talk about your favourite strange smell.
I think probably would be. I think it's chewed plastic. Do you know what I mean? Like Star Wars toys. I think it's probably because it's a nostalgia thing, and I've been watching Cobra Kai, so I'm kind of going back to my pre-teenage years. So when I chew plastic, I'll sit there and I'll sort of gnaw on a bit of plastic. It'll be like a smell will be emitted. It's probably poisonous or toxic, whatever. And I still find myself, I'm a bit of a chewer. Like I do chew like sort of bits of things. I find myself chewing pens and pencils and stuff. But when the sort of smell that comes out of plastic of toys and things really kind of, I like that smell. So when I smell like a bit of plastic that comes out, that kind of weird sort of smell, it kind of reminds me of my sort of lost youth.
That feels only like a step away from sniffing glue to me.
and terps as well. Did I say terps? Did I mention terps? I love terps. In a bag, on a tube, just like giving it some at 6 a.m. Apart from that, nothing strange at all. Really.
I do actually love the smell of terps.
Yeah, I love
it.
Yeah.
It reminds me of doing art at sixth form, and just not that I was just sniffing white spirit. It's just like it just reminds me of painting and
drawing stick men and just getting off your nut. Basically, that's what it was.
Steer clear of that PVA glue. It's a rocky road.
Yeah, Tipex is nice as well, isn't it? Old school Tipex.
Pens.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No. Stay safe, children. Don't.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I know it's a tough lockdown, but just leave the marker pens alone. All right.
What I love about this answer is that 4 of us went for stationery and 1 of us went for bodily fluid. So that says so much about all of us. Much. On the comments, Nicola Butler is going to just come on and say you can't beat the smell of a good fart.
Well, I've never farted, so I wouldn't know. But
of course, you haven't.
You must be really bloated right now.
I am, yeah, absolutely.
It must be a nightmare.
He's literally perfect. In fact, he never sweats. He's like
yeah, exactly. I love a Pizza Express. But the thing is, I think the thing is, your own farts are always good farts. So that's kind of obviously in certain situations they're good and bad. But someone else is a bad fart, but your own fart is always good, isn't it? Surely.
No.
To the previous question, my farts aren't good.
Anyone else gets
if your zit smell, God knows what your farts smell like.
My farts really bad ones tend to cling to the furniture. Like they get in, they get into the fibres of the couch.
Yeah.
It's really embarrassing because if that's been a day and someone comes over, I'm like, I'm so sorry. It's in the walls.
I've had a bran flakes day, basically. Yeah, it's just like
yeah.
Or like stuffing, like the day after Christmas. Then it's just like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like it surprised me even.
Yeah, a bit of fermenting.
if you've gone in someone's house on a Sunday, on today, for instance, you can either think to yourself that they've had a really, really good fart or a really bad roast dinner. You can never really tell. Do you know what I mean? It's like
I always cook a roast dinner
just to cover it up. Yeah.
At the end of the first lockdown, I wonder what everyone's house would have just smelled like.
Yeah.
Terrible. Nicola goes on to say you have to give it a good waft to check how bad it smells. So circulation.
Is it?
A bit like adding a bit of water to whiskey. a bit of air.
Just to break down the enzymes and bring it to the fore. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
That'd be a good way to maintain social distancing.
True.
You can fart now with masks on and no one really knows. That's brilliant.
Yeah, that's
if you're a phantom farter or like a drive-by farter, you can just do it and no one knows you're doing it.
They call that
Marvel film.
The phantom farter.
Don't they call that crop spreading? As if you're like walking down a supermarket aisle and you let one go and you just The
thing is, no one can see your reaction now. So if you're like,
that's true.
That could be the tagline for the film. This time, no one can see your reaction. That could be like aliens. No one can hear you scream. Yeah, that's good. I like that.
This time, it personal works.
Nice. We have our first viewer question from George Coppin. Who would win in a fight, a blind gorilla or a blind rhino? So, Rosie, we'll come to you first.
well, I think that the gorilla is going to just come at the rhino, isn't he? Like, or she, or they swinging, and I feel as though the rhino probably has less chance there because I reckon the rhino would just run in a straight line.
It would cover
They've
more
got no
space.
flailing ability.
Yeah, good. Yeah. So the gorilla covered more space. Anyone got anything else to add? I think that's pretty comprehensive.
I think the gorilla's got an advantage because it can hold a white stick and they'll be able to hit it can get closer to the rhino and then can sort of like find him. But the rhino can go around in circles, not find the gorilla. Do you know what I mean? So
I think if the rhino gets there first, the rhino's won. But if the rhino doesn't gore the gorilla immediately, then the gorilla's got this.
I mean, I've seen Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
They built a village.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And they wear jackets. So,
I'm just enjoying the imagery of Scott saying he's got a white stick. Has he got a pair of round shades on as well?
Yeah. And when it gets to a crossing, it'll be able to sort of like, because it can walk, it can feel like because on the floor they have the sort of pavement. Yeah, they can sort of the gorilla will be able to sort of work with that with its stick. Where the rhino might feel that, but it's not sure. And it also can't press the button, can it?
Exactly.
So the gorilla can press the button to get across the crossing. So
and although the rhino it could be kind of like a buckaroo situation of the gorilla's that may be holding on to its horn.
Yeah.
Try and fling it off.
That's what it is. The horn.
It could try and get rid of it that way, but then the gorilla can still get it in the eye.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, our gorilla's like in the Stone Age now.
Gorillas what?
Our gorillas, haven't they not evolved to be in the Stone Age? You know what I mean? Like they're on that evolution where they're like in the Stone Age now.
Are they?
Whereas rhinos
still way back. Way back rhinos.
Saying about 1,000 years' time, gorillas will be on dial-up internet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was saying.
Whereas rhinos, I don't know where they are.
No, I think if the rhino's blind as well, then somebody might just nick its horn and render it completely useless because it won't see him coming.
Well, that's what normally happens.
I know. Without the power of sight, they're properly screwed. They're properly screwed.
Poor rhinos.
Yeah. So I feel for them both.
Yeah.
While we lament our partially sighted friends, let's move on to the next question, which is: what is the last song you played in full? Be honest, and because John looks ashamed of himself, we'll come to you first. John, what did you do? Hold it up if you listen to it on your phone. Last song
I played was "Do You Want to Build a Snowman?"
In October.
Yes.
And you?
See, we've just got Google Nest for the house, and I needed to test that it worked whilst in Morrison.
I need to test
whilst my housemate was downstairs, I played "Do You Want to Build a Snowman" in full.
Yeah,
classic. Chestnut.
You get your nest, want to build a snowman.
Yeah.
Standard, classic.
Well, this was mine. This was mine from my most played in 2017 playlist. Why I was listening to that today, I don't know. Eye of the Tiger by Survivor.
Nice.
Fantastic, classic.
That was
Rocky
the last
3,
one.
is that right?
Indeed, and I play that when I'm walking because then I can get a real strut on when listening to Eye of the Tiger.
I don't think it would be the same film, would it? If Sly Stallone had a real big strut through the streets of Philadelphia, isn't it? I think he's in, isn't it?
It's good walking with swagger music.
Is it? What's your favourite swagger music then, Alex?
Well,
apart from Eye of the Tiger.
Eye of the Tiger, actually, also on this playlist is the theme from Rocky, "Gonna Fly Now."
I don't know that.
No.
You don't know? I would play it. I would play it, but the Facebook copyright laws would shut us down.
Oh yeah.
But go look for it. Go look for it.
Okay.
What was yours, Ben Scott? What was your last song that you played?
Mine's kind of slightly cool, which is disappointing.
Of course it is.
It was Weezer, "Only in Dreams." It's like the end of the first album. So I was listening to it, I just fancied a bit of a Weezer. My youngest son says whenever we get in the car, I said, "What music do you want to listen to?" And he always says, he's listened to music once with me, and that was Prince. So every time we get in the car, all he wants to listen to, which is a good choice. I don't think he's 3. He hasn't got a clue what he's listening to be honest with you. Do you know what I mean? So Purple Rain, whatever, he's not really...
Raspberry Beret.
Yeah, exactly.
He's just banging out the tunes.
He can't say Raspberry Beret. It's Rizba. Just put that song on, please. Prince, that's what he said, basically. So, yeah, Weezer. So it's kind of slightly cool, which is, it should be like John Dolce, "Shut Up Your Face," which was my favourite song growing up. So I was about mid-20s, I think. But
well, if you get a Google Nest, you know what to do.
100%.
Yeah.
It's I'm a Snowman.
Did you have to say like Google? Do you have to say something to it?
I was just saying, I can literally on my phone play it right now.
Oh, I mean,
or I could just say, "Okay, Google, play Do You Want to Build a Snowman?"
I say, yeah.
Who sung that or came out with that?
Indina Menzel.
Hello.
You made out like you did not know that, but off by heart. Then you were like, "Is it?"
Yeah, released in 1976, originally on 7-inch, then went to 12-inch 6 months later. Production was by. Go on.
I watch a lot of Disney films. I know young children.
Okay. I suspect you were trying to make yourself sound better, but you just made yourself sound
on
worse.
the internet. You've sounded a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah,
way worse.
I can also say most of the words to Hamilton. That's been most of my
I still haven't
lockdown.
seen that yet. That's really bad, isn't it?
I've seen the first few minutes.
Oh,
And then
God.
Then I was like, not for me.
Was it a little bit too much?
I just was like, oh, there's a lot of singing, and I usually like that.
I mean, there's
musicals are so like
betrayed
that.
happiness. Sorry, I'm not. No.
Yeah, the first song, and I was like, I went. What was the film with Johnny Depp in where he kills all the people and puts them into pies?
Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd. Thank you. Yeah, as soon as they started singing in that, I got up and walked out the cinema.
Your review of Hamilton reminded me of that TripAdvisor review of Mount Snowdon. So that's too high.
Yeah, someone said that about Everest as well. It's too tall.
Yeah.
On TripAdvisor, it's like he's the tallest man on the planet. What do you expect you'd do? Do you know what I mean?
So who hasn't declared what they listened to last?
Oh, yeah, mine's quite trendy as well. I've got it's the female singer from the XX. She's a solo singer now called Romy, and she's released a single called Lifetime. It's very good.
Yeah, XX are good, aren't they?
I love XX.
Yeah, me too. But yeah, you should check it out because that is
cool,
I'm
aren't we?
literally doing it now.
Do you want to build a snowman, Romy? Spotify is going to be like, this algorithm is fucked.
Absolutely.
Nice.
My song was also cool. Radiohead, everything in its right place. Every time that song comes on, every time I'm like, oh yes. But I forget that I do this every time it comes on, like on a mixed playlist. But my boyfriend knows that I do it. So now he waits for me to go, oh yes. And he's like, every time. And so that happened to get again today. It played. I'm going, yeah. Oh, I do it.
Did you have that on while you were putting up the shelf?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, but I was pausing the music For those of you who have just tuned in and didn't see our pre-chat I was putting up some shelves today. So drilling into walls, etc. You know what putting up shelves involves. And I paused the music when I was drilling because I didn't want to miss anything. So.
I do that as well.
Well, it's just me and John that are the sad cases on that question then. So I'm greatly disappointed. You're all incredibly trendy. So we'll move on to another viewer question. Nicola Butler is back saying, if you were stuck in a lift and had to have a coitus, great use of the word coitus, with either Alan Carr or Jimmy Carr, who would you choose and why? Scott, you are mulling this one quite deeply, so we will come to you first.
Well, it's the man between two cars, isn't it? I think I would probably go for Jimmy, just because I've got to do my tax return soon, and he's sort of guy can get some sort of things sorted in the sort of like pillow talk afterwards. Also, I reckon he's more of a conscientious lover. The teeth factor, he's got new teeth, and Alan Carr's got big teeth. That would probably be a bit of a, if you're into sort of a BDSM level, Alan Carr probably be better. Yeah, I'm going to stick with Jimmy Carr. I think Jimmy Carr would probably be a more conscientious lover.
It's a great age to get to when Pillow Talk is talking about an accountant.
I'm 41. That's what we do. That's it. It's like, what can, sort of midweek recipes for dinner and accountancy. That's what it is. Putting up shelves of a weekend on a Sunday. That's the highlight. So yeah, I've got a bit of Cobra Car this evening. Bed by 10. Happy days. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Wild.
that was lovely, loving, my darling. But did you buy the brackets?
Exactly. Yeah. These
Shall we go to
plugs.
Wix later?
Awesome. Pippa, we'll come to you next. Who would you choose?
I would choose Jimmy Carr. I feel like he'd be very clean. I feel like he'd have good personal hygiene.
Yes.
And
being a mannequin, he's wiped clean as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
So.
And because he always seems to wear a suit, I feel like he'd keep as much of it on as possible. Because I'm not into him, so I think he's fine, but just not for me. So just stay covered.
So you get the feeling that he would just unzip Johnson out, and that would be it.
Yeah.
Okay. A hearty agreement from what's your extra thoughts on this?
I think Jimmy Carr would be quite scripted.
Yeah.
Because that's how he is in his stand-up, isn't he? I feel like he'd have a teleprompter for sex.
Yeah. See, I see
that sounds like a bloody good idea, to be honest with you. I mean, that's yeah, I could get on board with that, 100%. Yeah. Tick that box, tick that one done, that one done. Right, there we done. Right.
There we are.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
The metronome. Making sure everything is...
Keep pace. That's good. Keep pace.
That'd be good.
Nice. John, you look like you're about to erupt.
Excuse me. Is what Alan Carr said.
Well,
your thoughts?
I think Alan's. I think he'll be a tender lover. I think he will. Yeah. He's the sort of person who will really, really want it and really try and make you not want to go anywhere else. I think it'll be a good night.
I mean, he's a good cuddler, Alan. Nice cuddle. Bit of spooning.
I think he's a bit of an arsehole.
I get the feeling Alan Carr would make you breakfast.
Yeah. Do I want some tender love or do I want some rough loving?
Well, I think Jimmy would be very kind of like, when you finish, get your shoes, get your trousers and fuck off kind of thing. I think he would like to leave, which I quite like. I've got things to do as well, to be honest with you.
Shelves to put up.
Yeah, exactly.
So in the first paragraph on your Tinder profile is you're looking for efficiency.
Own a metronome.
Exactly, yeah.
Come see my to-do list. Nice. More questions coming in. Actually, we've never had this before. Somebody asking if they can ask a question from the Good Fight Tattoo podcast.
No, you can't. Right, next, please. No, go away.
No, John. Yes, of course you may. You've no need to ask. Come back in.
Super polite.
I like that.
Is that Jimmy
I like
Carr?
that as well. It might be. You may ask a question, and may you also please subscribe to me. There we go. Roger has asked, if you were stuck on a desert island, which one of your co-panelists would you eat first?
Well, hang on. Are we on the island with all of the co-panelists, or only the one we're going to eat?
Let's say all of us are stuck on a desert island and the food's run out.
Including yourself?
I mean,
Including me, yes.
I've known Pippa for quite a long time.
So which way is it going to go, Rosie?
I mean, I feel like I feel like your vegan diet might not be great.
You see. Well, I was thinking I'm super healthy. I know all of my organs would be mwah. So
plant-based.
But yeah. So I was thinking Rosie, because I know being a 70% vegetarian.
85 maybe.
85 depends on the day of the week. Then I think because of being quite healthy, then it would be a healthy meal. So I think Rosie, but that's just because I don't know how healthy you guys are.
I'm a bit worried about the smelly spots.
I'll just put this here. There was one day during the lockdown that got bad. I had 4 pot noodles in one day and didn't have any shame about it. Bombay bad boy as well. So the next day was even worse. So the thing is, that's where we are now. So I would say you'd probably better to go somewhere more herbivore than that. Yeah.
I'm going to presume that we're on this island because of some mistake that Alex has made. So he should be the one to suffer.
Okay.
Yeah, I see where you're going with that, John. Yeah.
So are we all going to eat Alex?
He is the thing that links us together.
Yeah.
It must have been him.
Okay, so what did I do that caused us to be on this island?
You tell me, Alex.
Was I the pilot?
Yeah, we're here now, dickhead. Will you tell us?
Captain?
I only popped on for a Zoom meeting, and now I'm in a desert island. What's going on? What's
happening?
If I'm this confused, I should not have been anywhere near those controls. So I can only apologise. On to our next question, which is Sergey the Meerkat. Is he doing work that's above his pay grade, or is he Alexander's lover? Now we've got some visual clues to add to this. So here's Sergey. Now, some context, when Sergey first appeared, he was introduced as just doing all of the tech for Compare the Meerkat. But as time went on, things changed a bit. And now that him and his boss go to the movies together, they eat out together with a very flamboyant looking meerkat waiter. And they also holiday to San Francisco together with the mere pup that they're co-parenting. And they
very
also
progressive.
And they also do this. Reenact the scene from Titanic. So your thoughts, are they together, or is he just doing a bit too much work for what he gets paid for?
It's clearly not reciprocated. Sergey clearly loves him more. I think it's more like a Mr. Burns Smithers situation here.
Yeah, or I was going to say Waiting for Godot, but we'll go for that. That's fine. Yeah,
lowbrow, highbrow.
Exactly. Yeah, a bit of Samuel Beckett in there. Yeah, I think it's a way. We've got a codependency relationship where if they weren't together, they'd probably both be dead. Do you know what I mean? That sort of things. That's the sort of relationship they seem to have. And I don't know who's looking after this. This child they're co-parenting. I mean, do the social services know about this? These guys swanning off to San Francisco at the drop of a hat. What's going on here? Do you know what I mean?
They seem to. They lost baby Oleg. Yes, I do know the story. God knows why. I can't remember useful things.
Okay.
But I know the entire. Let's just say I've watched the whole season of Compare the Meerkat.
Whole season.
It's a show.
It must be on Fox, surely.
It's been on for 11 years. It's been on for 11 years. So it's been a continuous
11
story.
years? How long have we been in the lockdown for?
About that time.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Isn't it for like? What does it even mean? Excuse me, sorry. Why have we got meerkats on a website about
because it's
comparing
compared
car
to
insurance?
Market.
To
begin with. That's not even a play on words. That's bollocks. I'm sorry. What's going on? It's not. It's the most ridiculous. Anyway, sorry.
I guess you could put like an animal on the name of any company.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Compare the meerkat. It's like if they're from Durham, maybe. All right, compare the meerkat like that. But apart from this is nonsense. I'm not having this all.
No.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. So I never thought we'd get Scott so angry just talking about Sergey, the meerkat. That's a beautiful. That's beautiful. On to the next question, which is. Who wore it better, me or Captain Kirk?
Next.
So if we, there we go. Back to me. Back to Kirk. There we go.
Well, he's doing it the other way around. He's obviously right-handed. You're left-handed. That's it. Yeah. So
because I'm under control of the mouse with this hand.
I see. Okay.
So hang on.
So it makes a massive difference now because you're better.
Emblazon this image.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it.
And going back to him.
He's very sultry.
Isn't it? It's Billy Shatner. You can't mess with Billy Shatner. He's gorgeous.
He's well lit.
He's well lit. I think it's what the youth say, isn't it?
Yeah.
His writing is very good.
And he's also great.
He's got those circle things on his phone, and he also looks gorgeous.
He looks lit. He looks where he is there looks lit.
Do you not think he looks a bit greasy?
Yeah, baby.
Me or Kirk?
Kirk, just a little bit too shiny.
It was
Possibly,
the 60s, though, wasn't it? So that was kind of the look, wasn't it? It's kind of like, I think
there's too much cream in his hair. I've never understood the wet look.
Yeah, that's going to ruin the pillows, isn't it?
And then when it gets, and then it'll get really hard.
Do you also wear a corset, Alex, as well? Because William Shatner was renowned for wearing a corset on set.
Wasn't that more towards like when he was doing the films when they were still together like in the 80s?
Either way, do you wear a corset?
They had the great idea of putting
yes,
but
you're not answering the question. Can you please answer the question? Do you wear a corset? You haven't answered the question.
Corset.
All right,
exactly. I should be wearing a corset after this lockdown. But yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Who? Sorry.
Maybe he still does.
Tom Jones.
Tom Jones.
Why did he wear one?
That's not unusual, is it?
Finally. There we go. I'm getting
sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So I apologise. Oh, that's the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
That's quite right.
And I've been to Great Yarmouth, so this. There we go.
2.
I'm prepared for all eventualities. You never know.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and also just in case you do take it a bit too far.
Yellow card. You have been warned.
Oh.
Yeah, we do have a system that can lead to a 1-question ban if we're not careful. So back to the comments. Let's have a shifty. Question from Stephanie Lang. If you were about to die of starvation and it was your only food option, would you let Katie?
I know Steph as well. She's
Stephanie Lang the violinist.
No, she plays the flute. And she'll love me. She does very little else, but she does play the flute, and she's a very competent flute player. So, I know Stephanie. Yeah, good friend.
An excellent question, Stephanie. May I say?
Yes, fantastic.
Scott, seeing as you are busy mates with Stephanie, and she's no doubt loving your description of her, would you let Katie Hopkins breastfeed you?
Would breastfeed me? As in,
yes.
I would be.
Question between that or dying.
Oh,
I'm not sure Katie Hopkins is lactating, is she?
No. It's probably withered,
one of
isn't it?
those wet nurses now. Did you not know she got banned off Twitter and became a wet nurse?
Honourable profession.
She looks like an onion, doesn't she? Do you know what I mean? That's the thing about her. She's just horrible.
I've never heard anyone described as looking like an onion.
She looks like an onion. She's an awful,
brown onion,
awful,
red onion,
brown,
onion?
very much brown left out.
Onion.
You know the brown onion you forgot you had for like 6 weeks, and you go out and buy another 3. Yeah, that one. It's got almost a potato. Yeah, all that stuff going on. She looks like that, and she's probably as appealing as one of them as well. To be honest.
I just imagine her breast milk will taste like ash.
Big dust.
Yeah.
Hey, the woman's a wet nurse. She's producing a lot.
I can imagine it would taste a bit like morphine, I think.
If she
Well,
could
in that
pump
case,
it,
I'm in. Sorry.
All right.
Oh yeah, maybe if she could express,
if she could express it, I'd take it. If I was going to die, but I don't want to. I don't want to suck her teeth.
get her a proper, a Medela,
Yeah.
a good quality one.
But would I have to watch her just pumping away like this while she's guessing?
look away.
Okay. I'm okay.
You could be being stretching in the background.
Which make myself even more malnourished as well.
which would be a
So
shame.
I think you need to employ a similar action that you would do with a McDonald's paper straw when it's just about to give way.
Mm.
which
There's
is
a
what
skill.
I-
There's a skill to that. There's a skill to
there?
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure I've had a straw give way. What do you mean?
The ones.
Oh, wait, when you're blowing.
Yeah, the paper
paper
straws.
Paper ones.
The paper straws at Costa are worse if you're having a frappe.
Ah,
Because that's like a coffee milkshake, so they don't last 5 minutes.
oh dear. Damn you, Greta Thunberg.
I know you
Greta.
sea crabs, you bastards. Ruining my bloody McDonald's. Oh,
First
country.
world problems.
Makes me so angry.
yes. That and the mere bloody cats, anyway.
Yeah. He
Nice
can
verse.
do one as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Sergey, fuck off. Right, Nicola is back on saying, can you take your socks off and stick your toe in your mouth?
Oh, God, no.
No.
No, I can't, even though I am
mean-
wearing a weird combination of jumper and shorts, so I've not got it
Yeah.
on my feet at the minute.
So I
My
have to
socks
get-
are off.
If I could bend like that, I wouldn't be on this Zoom meeting now. Let's put it that way. I'd be
make
yeah,
it
this time of night.
Somewhere else.
That's true. That's true.
No, I can't. No, crikey, no. Oh, the discs
I'm
would
not
slip
sure, like-
and things would fall off. It'd be a nightmare.
I'm
I
not
don't-
sure.
Almost.
We've oh, hello.
No, it's
I'll
not
have
going
a
to
go.
go.
Oh,
The
I'll
hips
give
are a
it a
bit
try.
too.
I'll
give
Hips
it a
are too
try.
tight. The hips are too
No.
tight. I maybe try it with the other one. I think this one's tighter.
The hips don't lie.
Ow.
Yeah, nah.
No.
No.
The flexibility of a 35-year-old woman. Go on,
I
Pippa.
can't. I can't quite. It's on my nose.
That's well,
That's good.
well done.
Well done, mate.
I'm not putting it in my mouth though.
Did you just
because
get off with it?
Well, is this Nicola's
Question.
looking for the wrong website? Is there some sort of other website she wants to be watching? I mean, there
Possibly.
are
we are not
fetish
only
websites.
fans.
She thinks she's on what chat roulette.
I just love the fact that each of us at some point has said something that would really look great on our Tinder profiles. So we've had, I'm looking for efficiency and I'm not that flexible. I've reached the age where I'm not remotely bendy. Sorry, it's not
Yeah.
happening. Benjamin Elliott, would you rather have Muppets running the country or Boris Johnson? If we had to pick a Muppet to be Prime Minister, who would you like it to be?
Well, I voted for Beaker back in 2015.
Ah, of course. Yes. Beaker. Nice.
Incoherent. Sort of like, yeah.
I'd go for Animal.
I was thinking, is that the one that plays
Yeah.
the drum?
Yeah. The chaos theory, yeah.
Mm.
Because he's chaotic and he's crazy. And you don't know what's going to happen next. It's kind of like what we've got now, really, let's be honest. isn't it?
I'd love to see Animal in Brexit negotiations at the moment. I would imagine we'd probably advance a bit. You don't know.
Kermit's too passive, isn't he? He'd be too.
Yeah,
He'd be too.
it's sad, isn't he?
Yeah,
Kermit, I see as the Dominic Cummings figure.
Oh,
No, I don't know. I think
I don't
Kermit.
think
Not
it's
just Adolf and Wardler.
I don't think he
Slight-
tested eyesight.
I think I'd have Miss Piggy running the place because you just
Yeah.
wouldn't mess with her, would you? Because she
Oh,
basically
yeah.
didn't get her own way. She
Yeah.
just sort of slap you about a bit until
Like,
kick
this
off.
is happening.
A
I'm
Thatcher
not
figure,
gonna
isn't she?
Yeah.
So she's like Margaret Thatcher in that way.
Well, no, because I don't think she'd take breakfasts away from school children.
True.
Unless
I don't
they're
know.
bacon, of
Miss
course.
Piggy.
Yeah. Bacon would be off. Milk would be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
no
ham,
bacon.
no.
I mean, she already is in politics. She brought down David Cameron.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, can you imagine? Oh, yeah. So David
You're not
Cameron suddenly gets back into
enthusiastic,
politics, doesn't he? So, I hear Miss Piggy's in charge of things. I want to get back into politics and be in the cabinet. Maybe at number 11, if you know what I mean. Like that sort of thing. Oh,
Nice. Sticking with the political theme for the next question. If you had to destabilize the West, how would you go about it? Russia, bless them, they've tried. They've not quite got there yet. What would you do to bring down Western civilization? So we'll start with John on this one.
Well, it appears the answer just is cough.
Cough. That's true. That's true. Make people scatter.
I mean, I don't know what else I could do to help bring it down any faster than the current.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm like, a pandemic. Oh.
I suppose I could elect Cummins. That's the only way I can think we can make it worse until 2020 proves me wrong. And Donald Trump's elected from his deathbed somehow.
Yeah, keep Trump in power would have the desired effect.
I would make it that in the
ethics.
I'd make it in the UK that you no longer had to queue for anything, and then basically whoever got there first was the winner. That would bring down the absolutely.
What about
just things like that? Just really
we
sort of
actually had a purge day.
Yeah, or the purge. We could do that.
I quite like the idea of that.
Yeah,
that's a weird thing. There's everyone watches the purge and goes, "Oh, that could never happen. It's terrible." But there's a bit of everybody goes, "It would be quite fun, wouldn't it?" It would be quite. I'd quite enjoy that.
I'd be scared of the purge though.
Yeah. What would you be scared of? Apart from the death and the killing?
What if somebody else wanted to come and kill you?
Yeah, I mean, there's a long list. There would definitely be a queue for that. And I'd have to sort of maybe work around the queuing system for that situation.
Like a post office number system.
Like Delhi Canton in the 80s, that sort of thing. You know what I mean?
I just spend a lot of money on getting like a really secure bunker. Highest bidder comes in there with me to survive the purge for an evening.
What if they wanted to kill you? That's what
I'm
they did.
Screwed.
Yeah.
Frankly.
We haven't thought this through, have we?
I think I'd go to IKEA because there's just plenty of places to hide.
Oh yeah,
that's
nice.
True. And you can turn the arrows around the other way so they get confused by the
Just probably more than anyone coming at you.
You could probably live there for a few years if you angled the arrows right and nobody had noticed.
Arrows are everywhere, though. Did you notice that when the lockdown first happened, everybody, like, rather than saying anything about people walking the wrong way down the Tesco aisle, I would just tut really loudly through my mask. I go, that's what I did. They said nothing, of course, obviously.
I got the death stare. It's like I didn't say anything. I just went for the very British passive aggression and a bit of like
Oh no!
Look at them and look at the arrows. It never worked.
I went for the kind of like nice, like
passive aggressive.
You're being a.
I try to death stare people, but I find that my eyes do the same if I death stare than if I smile.
Whoa, that's creepy. I'd get out of the way if you did that to me on a passing supermarket.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He's doing it again. Don't look at him. Don't look at him. Don't look at him. Right, also keep your questions coming in for the panel. Still got time for a few more viewer questions, even though John doesn't seem that thrilled at the prospects. Yeah, just go. 3 questions coming in. Next question requires our panelists to get a pen and paper to hand. It is a arts and crafts question. Oh, yes, there is such a thing. It is, can you draw a get well soon card for President Trump? You have 30 seconds. So is everyone ready?
Yep.
Okay, 30 seconds to draw President Trump a get well soon card starts now. At 30 seconds is up. Is everyone still scribbling?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Anyone in a position to go first?
Done.
Yeah,
John,
done.
You done?
I'm done.
John, we'll come to you first. Let's have a look at your get well soon card.
So this is my get well soon card. It's either coronavirus, get me out of here.
Please.
So let's get your first solo screen. There we go. Oh, that's kind of cute. You've made Corona look cute. Which is.
I've written a little note inside as well.
All right.
Dear Donny T, your presidency has been a worse car crash than the one Ant was in. But no one deserves to die from this. Get better soon. Hashtag vote Biden.
Very good.
Very nice. Very nice. Who'd like to go next?
I've got one.
Okay, Rosie, let's have a look at yours.
Got,
Oh, hang on. Wrong button. I was meant to put it full screen, but accidentally got rid of you on the stream. I know what I'm doing. Honest. There we go.
So there's COVID at the bottom. I'm grabbing Donald Trump by the pussy, and it says, "COVID has you by the pussy. Get well soon, big man."
Very nice. Very nice indeed. The vivid drawing for 30 seconds. Scott,
mine was quite simple, but mine comes with a gift.
Oh,
So I've got the coronavirus here, there, little coronavirus. Fuck off, right there. But mine comes with. I've got some orange lube that I got from. It's just like an orange sort of lube for his greasy hair. But also, in case he gets it again, I bought because I'm packing as I see. I've got some Harpic Dettol. Basically toilet disinfectant, because apparently that can cure all what ails you. So and it's also nice and drinkable, so you can have some of that. So that'll obviously, if he gets it again, you can kind of get
very nice
with that. So he gets it.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Please do not drink bleach.
Exactly. Yeah. Please.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't drink bleach.
Yes. Avoid bleach.
Turps. Yeah. Fine. But yeah, not bleach.
Who's next?
Okay, I have.
Oh, that's good.
No.
Oh wow.
Oh no! And then a little poem. Dear Donny Trump, I heard you got sick, so get lots of rest and don't be a racist.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice indeed.
Very good.
Rosie.
I was waiting to see that final word.
Has everyone else gone? Is it me?
Yeah.
That's right. I know I'm doing. This is mine, which I attempted to draw Donald Trump as a teddy bear, but it's not gone well in the 30 seconds that I had. So I've got get well soon. So I've even tried to colour him in.
Wow.
Not brilliantly. Not brilliantly. Get well soon. The future's bright. The future's orange.
hey.
Very good.
Very good.
So there we go. I plagiarised a
Well
tagline
done.
for
Bring that in
swear.
30 seconds. Very impressive.
Thank you. Some high praise from Nicola Butler. Well, I browse Facebook, browse TV Guide, and nothing else is on.
Oh, thank you very much. Endorsing. Well, what an endorsement.
Welcome back.
That's fantastic. Thank you.
Welcome
Brilliant.
back, Nicola.
I'm 5 minutes.
Not the worst thing that has been said to me. Roger, if you could get rid of a letter in the alphabet, what letter would it be?
Why?
Yeah. What a question to ask. Yeah, but what letter would you give it up? Come on, go on. That's worthy of a shit joke. Come on, that's
Yeah, no, that's quite good.
It is, but I've got to switch screens
Oh,
before
there
I
we
can
go.
get back to the print shop.
Rose, you have me
There
there.
You. It's bad. Didn't think I would be doing that on a live stream today.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
Yeah,
bloody
I mean, it's the 10th time. It's the 10th time. All day
Nice.
it's been on here. Nightmare.
I think I'd get rid of X because it's even
I
when
was
you
thinking X.
when you can't even use it, can you? When you sort of have to.
And if it's the beginning of a word, I mean, you might as well replace it with a Z.
Yeah.
Xylophone.
It's all letter of the alphabet, but we really just give up and we've got no idea.
It was towards the end, isn't it? So you're kind of running out of ideas, aren't you?
Isn't there though?
Getting
There's
clocking
porn.
off in half an hour, so let's just get the X on and get Y and Z and piss off down the page.
Yeah.
What he did the letters.
Yeah.
Isn't it like an internet thing though? You know, like when you have like .com, but then they do like
There's
.xxx.
a .xxx for
Yeah.
porn sites apparently.
What's porn sites? What's that?
I've never heard of them.
Oh, it's chess, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yes, that's it. The ones in the front.
Yeah,
chair.
the little ones in chess.
Yeah.
Them shops you can sell cheap stuff.
Oh,
Nice.
So like a hub of them.
Yeah, bit like Facebook Marketplace. Anyone heard of that one? Apparently, it's quite good. So
we're all in agreement, and this one is going.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, right.
Finally, that's coming useful. Nice. Finally, after all this time. That links on quite nicely to our next question, which is literally an awkward to answer challenge. So I'm going to give each of you a letter of the alphabet, then I'm going to ask you a question in turn. You will then have to answer with words beginning with the letter that I have given you. So, everyone clear on what to do?
So,
Yeah.
Can I only say words in that letter?
Yes, so you've got to answer the question only using words beginning with that letter. And what do you know? You're first in the queue of pre-written questions, John. So your letter, John, is B. And your question is, what did you make of the first presidential debate?
Biden broke buffoon's back because Biden brings bombastic battle being best banter.
Wow.
Very good. Very good. Actually, a good point as well. Only using B. Very nice. Rosie.
Yeah.
Your letter is E. And your question is, what do you think? Do we need another national lockdown?
E.
Doing it in a Yorkshire accent.
E.
Yep. That's one word, technically.
Engrossed. Enigmatic.
You're just listing words. This isn't a sentence. Eggs.
Endemic. Eggs.
Existential.
I mean, E is so difficult. Why did I get E? I'm so sorry. That was really bad.
That's still better than the last press conference from Patrick Vallance. So, Pippa, you're next.
Okay.
And your letter is I. Your question is, how would you reassure people on Twitter that David Attenborough isn't dead when he's trending?
Islands is interesting in igloo.
Just listening. What's going on?
You're having a stroke.
This isn't the sentence. This is listening. I should reserve judgment, shouldn't I?
You're getting X, mate.
You're going to have an X.
That's
Okay, fair enough. And a valiant effort. And finally, Scott.
Here we go.
Your letter is X. So, only using the letter X, how can Brexit talks advance?
Xylophones.
Xylophones. Xylophones.
Yeah. Full stop.
Well, there we go. No, full stop. Okay. Well done, everybody. Thanks.
Thank you.
They hadn't changed. I wrote those this afternoon. So when Scott was slagging X off, I was thinking, yes.
Thanks.
So I'm sure you'll pay me back in time. Our next question: have a quick search on your phones. What is the weirdest thing that you can find on Facebook Marketplace? So everyone's got their phones out, and we are now having a quick shifty at Marketplace. You never know; sometimes there could be some gold coming up.
okay. So I've got a vintage shoe last or cobbler's tool. It looks like a kind of an anvil, or a painful sex toy. Reduced from £10. Now £5.
Oh,
Really?
The price you got me. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Size number 3, if anyone's wondering.
Nice.
I'll have them.
Yeah, I've saved it.
Imagine people watching this
Thanks.
actually go out and buy the thing off our recommendation from this. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
I'd want to cut.
Good. Let me have a look.
Who's next?
Oh. But I found some disgusting things.
Uh,
there.
Hold on, I've got a vintage Cabbage Patch doll.
Oh,
Vintage?
Vintage. Yeah.
Okay.
10 quid, 9.85. As old as me.
so if it's been around for a while and it's fabric, do you think it's absorbed enough farts over those years?
If I owned it, that would be awful. That.
Right.
Yeah, really would be a cabbage.
I've just found. Oh, hello! Damn it! I've swept the screen again. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. I found this. Somebody is selling a black bin bag of video cassettes.
Oh, that's
wow.
good.
What you
That's
got in
a
there?
haul.
Can you see?
Free. So right. So there's a
What
lot of
videos have you got?
JVC, Memorex, Sony, all
what?
blank.
Or blank?
Brilliant.
Blank, so you can tape your favourite shows.
Or I bet there's
All
some.
black.
I bet there's some gold on that.
Oh, you get
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
And on
Another
the last
space card.
screen, you can ask for more photos.
Oh, great.
Oh, so you could maybe
Very
say,
cool.
look, can you play the videos and take photos of what the videos already have recorded on them, please?
It's the start of a horror movie, that is.
I want to know.
I only watch it for the adverts because I like watching old adverts from the 80s and try and pick out when the film was made just from the adverts of like the.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite game because I'm a sad old git. I've got some old rope. There we go. I've got some old
Oh, there
rope.
we go.
So,
Literally.
Not creepy at all, that is.
No,
Not
exactly,
creepy.
10 quid. You want some big old rope, which sounds like a kind of country and western singer, doesn't it? So like a hi, I'm big old, and here's the one about she left me. But yeah, big old rope, and there's obviously weird sex stuff on there, but I'm not.
Oh, obviously.
Just on your side.
Yeah, but that's stuff I'm selling. So, so.
John, what have you got?
So I've got three things which what I think will make a great night. So we start off with some good old-fashioned penis pasta.
Penis
Oh,
pasta.
my
Ah.
fave.
And so then just a pump, a suspiciously looking used pump.
What sort of pump is it? A water pump or bike pump or?
I think that looks like a breast pump.
Is it a breast pump?
Okay, lend it to Katie Hopkins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get on it.
We can eat the pasta rather than eating Alex. Yeah.
And just to finish it off, a
What is that?
leather
Is that a
ring
mask?
bag.
Oh, what?
That's
Sorry.
a leather sex mask.
That's a leather sex mask.
Or a
Could you
COVID
wear it in the
mask?
supermarkets?
I think that in fact helps Corona get in.
Oh.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
Oh,
Straight through the tunnel.
it depends where you put your mouth, doesn't it? Really, let's be honest. Whether it's transmittable or not. Do you know what I mean?
You can put a lip filter on top of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know.
Nice. We've got time for one more viewer question. So George is back on. Have any of you ordered anything from Wish?
Oh,
Slightly going in, linking into the last question. And if not, why not? Why not? Because most of it looks like absolute cobblers. And you think, how the hell did they even come up with that and put it to market?
Yeah, I've only seen weird things on there, like a fake
same.
pregnant belly. And I was thinking, I don't need that.
could you?
Like,
I think you might do one day.
like, do I really, really want a seat on a bus?
A couple of days off work.
Probably, yeah.
A couple of days off work, yeah.
Yeah.
Or like you want it to look really fat for a bit.
Oh, yeah, and then you can take it off and just show everyone how much weight you've lost.
Yeah, and everyone would be like, "Wow, look what I did in the lockdown."
Totally making
I've
a
never
note of
bought
that.
anything on Wish at all. But they're always
I've
like
seen
weird, like bikinis that those bikinis that go like where they cup everything and they go just like a one bit round the side. I've seen one of them
Yeah.
before. And then like I don't know what else is there.
I've seen like a tiny bag of fake cocaine on there.
Why would you buy fake cocaine?
I've never been on their website. The only reason I know about Wish is more because of people taking a
Facebook.
screenshot of it,
Yeah.
saying, "Can you believe this shit?"
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Someone
Yeah.
must buy it.
Where is? I'd like to go to
somehow.
the Wish factory,
Oh, that's funny.
like on a tour.
Like Make a Wish.
I think you wouldn't want to get that and make a wish confused.
Or maybe if Wish did like a,
just looking at all dodgy thongs.
I want Wish to do like a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory style competition where I can go.
Yeah, but you've got to buy. Then you see, you've got to buy some weird
You've got to buy something and
L-shaped
hope that you
jockstrap,
get-
and hopefully there'll be golden ticket. In
I'm
there, yeah.
fine with that.
Nice.
I'd
And then
buy enough
whilst we're
anyway.
there, all the other people who've won die in some weird accidents, and then I get
One
taken
by
in
one.
the wish elevator of dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
would
Factory.
the Willy Wonka character in the Wish Factory look like? How would you envision
John Paul
him?
Gaultier, I reckon.
John
Paul Gaultier, something like that. Yeah,
Possibly,
or
yeah.
or something from one of the characters from obviously from Fifth Element, something like that. I think
Mm.
something quite
Excellent.
kind of quite cool.
Maybe it'd
but
just be
weird.
Dominic Cummings. Side
That's true.
hustle.
Oh God, no, I don't want to go to the Wish Factory anymore. Not that I'd get an invite anyway, but yeah. But yeah,
Okay,
Prior to that, we all wanted to go.
Well, you might.
I'll cancel the tickets.
Okay, so Wish Factory, I think, is going to be the name of the podcast episode for this show. I think we just found out. So, final question. Got time for one more question, which is: if you had to make up a plausible rumor about me, what would it be? Scott, we'll come to you first.
that you, I've gone camping with you, haven't I, Alex? In a field, in numerous fields. In sort of the Cotswolds and the Cotswolds area at festivals and stuff. I would make it a plausible rumor that you went backstage at one of these gigs where Kool and the Gang were playing, and you stole beer from their fridge along with me. I'd make that a plausible rumor that didn't actually happen.
Nice. Not the Sugar Hill Gang.
There's no, it was Sugar Hill Gang. Sorry, yeah, you're right. Yeah, sorry. I was using a different name there so we couldn't incriminate ourselves to the real true facts there. Well done, Alex. Well done.
Thanks.
That's it. Sugar Hill Gang's laws going to be on to us now. We're going to get in trouble. We'll be extradited to America for nicking 4 bottles of Bex.
Get down on it. Get down on it.
Yeah, that's the rumor I would start. Yeah.
We stole beer from Kool and the Gang, not the Sugar Hill Gang. John.
Yes.
I just think I'd start making the rumour that you have secret snogs with Tony Slattery whenever you go to Edinburgh.
That's not a fucking rumour.
How else do you think he does my show? Nicola's got a rumour about me saying that my real name is actually Sophie.
Okay.
That's kind of plausible. Now, why isn't that a name that crosses genders like Kim?
Hey, maybe you should make it cross.
That could be a man's name as well.
That could be the whole thing. Yeah.
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 So,
I was about to say Sophie Annon and realised it was Kofi Annon.
George has a rumour about me that I once got a hand job with the Cheeky Girls.
which one?
Both of them.
Both. Yeah, both.
Well, they needed both hands. That's what.
Lads.
Exactly.
We did share a tent. Pippa.
So I'd start a rumor that you are a secret multi-millionaire who likes to give money to people only when they schmooze you, but also leave weird things in or around your car or your house.
Okay.
Well, like the milk tray man, basically. Just leaving
Not
stuff
gifts,
there.
weird.
Oh, weird.
But then-
But they bought off which?
They bought off which? Oh, no, I'm changing it. Okay, so Alex is a secret multi-millionaire that often likes to give large amounts of money to people who send him weird things from Wish.
My home address is available on request. And Rosie, finally, we'll come to you.
That you hold the antibodies for COVID.
But you're keeping them. Yeah.
And actually you've been keeping it a secret, but actually, yeah, you're worth a lot to society.
What absolute bastard I am, and I'm keeping them till I get the highest bid.
Yeah, that's it. You're keeping it. Then that's it. And they're probably you could probably sell them on
By
Wish
David Icke.
Or Facebook Marketplace.
or Facebook Marketplace. COVID antibodies.
None of those are the worst conspiracy theory I've heard over the last 6 months. So they do seem plausible. So thank you. With that, we come to the end of the show. So thank you to everybody who watched live and contributed questions. Thank you to my panel tonight, who've been absolutely amazing. John Morris, Pip Hastings, Rose Francis, and Scott Adams. So if you're listening to the podcast version of this, which is audio only, so you've missed a treat. You really did.
You've missed the incredible drawings.
You've missed a treat. I am not going to tell you what I'm holding up to camera right now. Come and watch the video.
Yeah.
So thanks again to the panel. Thanks again to everyone here. Oh, one comment that's just come in at the end of the show. Great show, guys, says George. Thanks, George.
Thanks, George.
Thanks, George.
Thanks, George.
So I'm going to play the end credits. Now, the end credits do finish a bit abruptly before I get a chance to press the button marked end broadcast. So we're going to play a game where we all pull a stupid face while the credits are going.
Okay.
See if we can hold it for the split second we come back on after the credits. Okay.
Okay.
Is everyone good for that?
All right, yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Let me just get rid of. Thank you for the clapping emojis there, Wayne. Lovely stuff. Okay. So until the next time, stay awkward. Very nice.